Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at the Glock 19, one of the most popular and suggested handguns out there. Of course, first let's make sure it is unloaded. We're safe. This is the mid-size Glock between Glock 17 and the 26, chambered in 9mm. Here's a look at a 9mm round. One of the most popular handgun rounds in the world. It's got good, it's not that expensive, and it's good for defense as well. So I've had this gun 4 or 5 years, really love it. I know a lot of people suggest that you get a Glock 19 if you're unsure. I would recommend just shooting some friends' guns or renting different guns at a range before you make a purchase and see what you like. We'll go over it a little bit. Of course, it is a semi-automatic polymer handgun. Here is a magazine. This is the one that comes in it. Holds 15 rounds. They just feed down in there if you've never seen that. We're still unloaded. Basic operation, you would insert the magazine, ratchet one in, and you're ready to fire. There is no safety on a Glock. However, there is a button here to keep the trigger from being pulled back, and there's some internal safeties. It will not fire unless that trigger is pulled. Here, it'll also take other size magazines from larger Glocks. So here's the 33 round magazine, originally made for the Glock 18. It'll go right into the 19. Magazines from the 17, which are a little bit longer, will also fit into the 19, so you can get a lot of shots if you're running one of these 33 round magazines, and it looks kind of neat, but I found it doesn't shoot as well because my left hand is hitting right here. We're going to take a few shots with it in a minute. This one just has regular sights. I've done nothing to this. I did have this installed when I bought it new. This is the slide release. It's a little bit larger than the factory one. That's really the only thing. And I had a little plug popped in here so dirt and trash wouldn't get in behind the magazine there. I just thought it would look better if that were closed off. I think that was about a $5 piece. This was about 15 or 20, not much at all, but it makes it easier to operate. I know you're supposed to pull back to release, but at the time I thought I wanted that. So if I didn't say this is a Gen 3, doesn't have the adjustable back straps or the spring like the Gen 4s have. So this is a Glock 19 9mm Gen 3. This one is an OD green. Most of them, I would say over 90%, are black. They did make, I think they still do make a few other colors. This is OD green. They make a desert tan color. I've seen a different shade of brown. I forget what it's called. I'll try to post that down in the comments. Okay, now let's just talk about the size on this. It may be a little hard to tell how big it is in my hand, so for reference, we're going to bring in a banana for scale. Here's a banana for scale. You can see it's about 1 banana large. I think it's a pretty good way to look at it. This banana is a little slippery. If it were my own banana, I think I'd put some Talon grips on there. But just to give you a little scale there. It's a good banana. Okay, next we're going to look at the disassembly of this for basic cleaning. You'll see there are 2 little releases here. First, you'll check that the firearm is unloaded. Point it away, pull the trigger. Then you're going to pull the slide back just a little bit and pull these 2 levers, 2 little buttons down. Then you pull the slide forward. So now you have this part, which I would take apart no further. Then you have the slide with the spring. You just pull the spring out. Then your barrel will drop right out. This is as far apart as I would take it for cleaning. You want to never get oil or anything up in this area here. I just keep it dry and clean off any buildup of carbon or anything. The barrel I would just soak down in some product and clean it well. And they make little 357 or 9mm rods that you can stick down through there and clean. But spring, this is the Gen 3 spring, as I was saying. Then reassembly is as simple as that. So I would clean the barrel very well, lightly clean the internals on the slide. Then to reassemble, you just put the barrel back in here. Put your spring back. Then you're ready to put I have to do this with my right hand. Put the slide back on. Ratchet it a few times. And you're back. So it's very easy to break down and to clean. That's all the cleaning I would ever do. I've never taken this apart any further than this in the time that I've owned it. Okay, now that we've looked at some of the basics of it, let's pick it up and shoot a few rounds. So first up, it all is good. We just had it apart. You're going to insert the magazine. We're now loaded. It's hot. So we're going to take a few shots just from here just to get some close-up shooting. So if you only shoot a few times, you want to unload. There's still one in the chamber here, so you need to get that out. Now, one thing to know in a Glock, a lot of firearms have what is called a magazine release. If the magazine is not in the gun, it will not fire. A Glock, that is not true. So if the magazine is out and there is a bullet in the chamber, it will fire. But since this is a video, I want to prove that to you. So let's put one in. Release the magazine. Now, a lot of guns would not fire with the magazine out. I like that it can fire, because if you were to lose your magazine or something, that would render your gun useless. So now let's see if this gun will fire with the magazine out and one in the chamber. And let's see where the brass comes out. I have shot before and had the brass come out where the magazine was. So here we go. It's a test. It did fire with the magazine out. Now our gun is safe. We're good. One more thing, in the Glock 19, it'll fire a wide variety of ammo. I've shot everything from the aluminum cased ball 9mm to various expensive hollow points. Never had any problem cycling. A few times shooting left-handed or limp wristing it heavily, I've had the gun not feed properly. That was user error, not the pistol. But out of hundreds and hundreds of rounds, I've had no issue. A lot of people are concerned about the power of a 9mm, if it's enough. I think it's plenty enough. I've shot deer and coyote with a 9mm round. It's very devastating on real flesh and bone. Once I shot a coyote and had to go in and finish it off with this exact handgun here. Very devastating damage done to that coyote. So I feel more than confident with a 9mm round. Hey guys, we've talked enough about the Glock 19. Let's do a little bit of shooting with it. So, oh, sorry, that's not what I was looking for. Okay, here is our Glock 19. Let's load it up and do some shots. We are now hot. We're going to shoot some of these AR 500 steel targets. Let's see what we can do. That went pretty well. Let's load in a little bit bigger magazine here. I see some 2-liter bottles over there. We'll see if we can get those. Nicely done. The Glock 19, one of the great handguns out there.